Hey guys, welcome back to another Ark Survival Evolved episode. Yeah, today we decided we would do kind of base locations. I kind of looked around, seen a lot of people talking about, the best place to start a base when you've just got onto the server, or if you're on a PvP server, a good base location that's, you see people saying secret base location. It's not secret. You've just shown everyone. But a good defensible base location is always a high priority on a PvP server. So our server is PvP, so it is something I do look out for. So I figured, what the hell, we'll come up with a list, top 5 base locations. They're not all necessarily PvP orientated. They're just good base locations, especially for when you start the game. You don't know where to build, if you're going to be close to resources, if you're going to need to move in 3 days because there's nothing there for you. So yeah, we'll start off here. This is one of the possible starting locations when you start on Aberration. So it's basically this giant lake right at the top of your map. You guys can see it there. You will probably spend a lot of time around here. The water is full of the carcanos, the crabs, giant crabs. Lots of spinos around here. There are usually basilisk all around the edge of this lake. What else would you need? If you haven't seen our silica pearl video, check that out. This lake is like completely rich with them. It's an amazing location for you. Yeah, so I figure you're going to spend a lot of time around here anyway, so might as well look for a good base location. So at the start, you're probably not going to be looking at cliff platforms. They are a little costly to make at the beginning, so you want a good base straight away. You obviously won't need this drake either to get to this place. So I'll just show you. You'll be familiar with these if you've already started. These kind of mushroom-like platforms. What you probably miss all the time is the fact that there is kind of a little waterfall down here. But if you look, the ground is, there's a tiny rock. It's not even above that for the water. So you can build here. I'll just show you. Now, I know in my videos I use S+ for building, but these are all just standard foundations. You can build a pretty big base here. That's 4 foundations. You'll probably get another 2, so you're talking 6 across if you need it, and a lot more in length. Also, you can build dino gates between these 2 walls. You could block off the whole top of the waterfall, build your base a little further back, and have quite a big dino pen here. You could build ramps up from there to there and back up again. You can get dinos in and out. You have ravagers, you won't need that, you'll just get zip lines going up. And it's quite an easy area for people to miss, so if it is a PvP server, this could be a very easily defended base and also go very unnoticed. So I'll just give you the coordinates of this. 11.6, 44.5. You can see it there on the map. You're kind of right at the top of the lake, but it is a part of the lake that people just ignore because they're more interested in the crabs, the pearls. You can see them glowing, things glowing in there. That's what everyone wants here. If they do pass this, they pass over the zip line and they don't even think about looking down. One thing about an Ark, no one looks up or down. Everyone's just like concentrating on what's ahead of them. So yeah, it could be a great location. You do have a lot of building materials, there's a lot of stone, a lot of wood. You have, obviously you're on top of running water, so crops are going to be great. Yeah, so it's kind of a great starting location. You can build a pretty big base here, a nice dino pen, I mean, like there's a drake for size, you know, it's 2 lengths across for a drake. You could fit a lot of drakes in here if you do get them and you're still here. But yeah, resource rich area. It is well hidden and out of the way. People don't bother coming up here. If you're on here, if you're getting here on foot, I'll just show you. Obviously you don't have a drake. If you're starting out, if you come up from the left, the grid at 10:30, just to the left of my map pin, is probably where you'll come from if you are starting. It's down by the lake, and it just runs up in a nice slope that comes up to the metal area at the top where I was a second ago, and then you can drop down into here. Yeah, so that's area 1. It's going to be a good starting location. If you are PvP, it should be pretty easy to defend if you're good at base building, and you do have a lot of resources. So this is base location number 2. This is more of a PvE base than a PvP. It wouldn't be that easy to defend. If you're good at base building and you do have a tribe, you're not solo, then you could use this on PvP as well. But as a PvE player, this would be amazing for you. You're just going to mine the stone, level the trees out. That's going to be everything to build your base. It's a nice flat area. It is elevated, and there's like nothing aggressive around here. The odd raptor might come in from over there, but other than that, nothing else spawns here. There's no kind of natural spawns for anything else here. You've got access to water right here. There are metal nodes. You can see there's some metal there. There's another one up there. There's 3 or 4 just up on that cliff there. Big metal nodes. And the great thing about this river is that no piranha spawn in it. There's all regular fish. If you guys have checked out our cementing paste video, you'll know that this river is the one that is filled with trilobites, like hundreds of trilobites, the length of the river. You can go quite a way up the river before you come to anything aggressive. Again, no piranha in the river as well, so you can get in there, start farming for chitin straight away. You'll obviously end up with a ton of oil and some pearls as well. That'll help you get started. Every resource you need is here. Plenty of green crystal around as well to get started, beehives. And one of the best things is that you're right on the edge of the blue biome. So, I mean, you can zip line all over this place. So you can get in and out in your Ravager really quickly. Get down there, get whatever else you need. This place is pretty intense, but if you've got a base right on the edge of it, you can just zip in and out, get what you need. Especially for taming other dinos. You know, a lot of crabs at the end of this waterfall, Megalosaurus. And also there's a lot of pearls in the water down here for when you do get a little more advanced. You're ready to take on the stuff that's down there. So yeah, that's base location number 2. We'll just go back up, give you the chords. This is basically one of 2 waterfalls that comes into this blue area, so chords are 33.9, 61.9. You can see it there, one of 2 waterfalls. Okay, so this is base location number 3. I'll just show you here. 42.2, 49.7. This is the other waterfall that leads into the blue biome. My map will just render. Come on, there you go. So we're right there. Now this is actually our current base location. I did a lot of searching, obviously, before we went into the blue biome to find a good one, so that's why we settled here. Now this location is a lot harder than that other waterfall area. That would definitely be more start of the game. This, you could do it if there was more than one of you. If you're solo, it may not be the easiest location. You've got crabs and spinos spawning right next to your base. tons of Sarcos, Ravager packs, pretty much all the deadly creatures, and you will get rock drakes that will climb up occasionally from the blue area. They just kind of wander in, so you got to be prepared for that. We did start small with our little barn over there. Now it's our breeding barn, but I mean, we were able to build up. We've got several cliff platforms. I'm sure you guys have seen our other videos. If not, check out our base building videos. You know, we've got our Drake launchpad platform over there. We've got 3 going up here with everything we need. We've got the walls basically cut off on the front and the back, so it is a defensible location. You can build a lot of walls. You can spike the edges, stop people grappling in, or climbing picks in. So it is defensible. It's a pretty good location resource wise. You got water right there. You've got, like I said, tons of stone trees. You got redwoods there, so you can use for like the sap collection. The sweet vegetable cakes are, you know, something you'll probably want to get, so you can get yourself some snails for constant cementing paste. And then you've got the blue biome, which is going to be everything else you need. Blue crystals, red, green. Obviously all the more dangerous creatures you're going to want to tame are in there. If you guys have checked out our metal video, you'll see just how much metal you can actually get just from being in this location. Like right now I can get 5,000 metal in 30 minutes. And it's absolutely no danger to me. And it's very, very easy to get. So it is a great location, resource wise. You can definitely defend this. This is a PvP server. It is defensible. It's a big base. You want to probably have more than one person if you are going to take up this spot. But yeah, so great location, great resources, and PvP should be fine. PvE, absolutely, it'll be an amazing base for a PvE server. So that's number 3. Okay, so we have base location number 4. So as you can see, we're above the blue biome and just above the pink river. Next to the spine, you can see the spine is just around the corner there. There's the spine, which you'll obviously be using a lot. Going down to get rock drake eggs. Check out our black pearl video. You'll also need that location. So this is kind of definitely more of a PvP base location. It's going to be easily defended. It's out of the way. Most people probably aren't going to come looking for you here. So I'll just give you the coordinates there. This is 51.2, 44.8. You can see it on the map there. Okay, so I've obviously used the rock drake to get in here. You could use climbing picks, I guess, or a lot of zip lines. But yeah, it's a lot easier with a rock drake, which means that fewer people are going to be up here. So basically what you want to do is get into the spine, this other spine, I guess, spinal cord. It's more enclosed than the other one. There's a couple of areas around the side where you can climb in with a rock drake. Sorry, over here. Here we go. Okay, so you want to kind of go to the back of the spine. Keep on the spine. Everyone calls the other part the spine, but I mean it is kind of a spinal column. This one's just on the roof of the cave. So I have built a little platform in here just to test out and see if it was actually possible. Now I've made this out of with pillars and ceiling tiles, so if you are building here, you're probably going to want to build the entire thing out of metal, just because you don't want someone coming in, C4ing a pillar and taking out your base. So it is a pretty good location. Like I said, it's kind of off the grid. No one's probably going to come down here because this is like right at the end. If they do go into spawn, they're probably going to travel along the other way looking for bases. I haven't seen anyone build here or heard of anyone building here on any of the PvP servers or videos I've looked at, so I think this is a pretty good location. Obviously you got to be careful because you will fall out of there into the pink biome, but I think it's pretty good. You could put some foundations down here. You'll only be able to build a single row of foundations on like an official server without the clipping thing you can put on a dedicated server. So you can build a single column of foundations the length of this, and then you can build ceiling tiles out from that. Obviously it's quite high, so you could build up. You could have a single column of foundations going up a few rows and have everything you need built inside of that, and then just use this for dinosaurs or as a distraction. Basically, if anyone's raiding your base, they'll obviously try and blow up the pillars first. Yeah, so I think it's a good location. There clearly aren't any resources. You're inside of this metal spine, so you will have to go get everything, which will require a rock drake or a ravager, obviously using a lot of zip lines. But I think as a PvP base where you can go out and collect resources, come back, and just you need a safe location where you can keep your gear stored, so when you go off raiding you don't have to worry about someone else taking over your base. So that will be 4. Alright guys, so entrance to the 5th area, which is also in spawn. Come on Drake, be nice. Main entrance is kind of just that hole below us. It's more 48.3, 41.7. Again, we're still over the blue biome, but not quite as dangerous because the pink biome is a bit more back there. So what you want to do is get your Drake to play nice. Just want to travel a little further up here. I mean, this one is actually easier to get to with a Ravager. So like I said, there's more of a chance of people actually coming in here if they, I don't know, they're the explorer type. Alright, so I mean you can go back as far as you want. You could go further down here. Let me just... So you're basically at the zone wall here. Oh, sorry, the well, I guess world wall. But what you can do in here is you can place the cliff platforms. So they do place, obviously you want to get a place where it's not going to be sticking out too much or at all if you can manage it. So that's a pretty good location there. You've got most of the cliff platform in use, which is always a big thing. And then obviously you can build a pretty sturdy base on top of this. I mean, this cliff platform has 85,000 health, so no one's gonna bother trying to blow this up with C4 or rocket launchers. If they have rocket launchers, it's just gonna use too much ammo, and obviously, you know, they could risk getting nothing. You can see the cliff platform does go through this part, but it doesn't go through the end, so it's not going to be very visible. It will be easy to defend. No one can come from that direction, given the zone wall. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. Again, very PvP orientated. It's a hidden base. It will be easy to defend. This one is a lot more sturdier than the last because you're not using pillars. But also you have the downside, that is that there are no resources up here, so you will have to travel for resources. So you're definitely going to have to watch what you do, make sure no one's following you. Drake would be the ideal mount for this. It just makes it easier to get in and out. They have great carry weight, and Ravagers even though they have great carry weight, they're reliant on using zip lines to get up here. So you'll have to use a lot of zip lines, obviously a lot of climbing hooks or glider suit initially to set up your zip lines. But it is a great location. You're kind of half in the blue, half out. So you do have resources below you, but you will have to travel for them. So yeah, that's 5 base locations I think will work. Kind of half PvP, half PvE, and I tried to give you a couple of bases there at the start, so if you're new to the game, you've just zoned in, you'll be able to build kind of a permanent or semi-permanent base in the starting area. It's going to be great for resources, great to hide if you are on PvP, but then I've also shown you the kind of more endgame base where you can go get resources, you know where they are, you know how to get them, you don't have to be reliant on them being next to your base, and yeah, it's just more defensible. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.